Hello Fantasy Faithfuls and welcome to Fantasy Snapshot. Today I'm looking at Lamar Jackson thanks to King T who suggested him, so let's dig in.
Offensive lineman. Jackson. First down, touchdown!
Jackson is facing the San Francisco 49ers in Week 13. The 49ers give up 10.5 points on average to quarterbacks, second least in NFL, with 166 yards and 1 touchdown per game. Breaking down his passing, Jackson has been leaning on short throws to the right and middle, which is not ideal for fantasy production, but with 9% of targets going deep right, he piques my interest. We see that more passes should probably go short left, as this is where he is the most accurate, while the other two short zones struggle. The outside deep ball is still iffy in accuracy, but over the middle he's fantastic with 61%, but not the best situation against the 49ers as they limit all deep zones to 30% completion rate for opposing quarterbacks and no short zone over 72%. He doesn't sport massive yards per completion in the short zones, being fairly average to be honest. I was not prepared for this at all. The deep right and middle are fantastic, but other than that, very average production in the passing game. Luckily, the 49ers' weak spots are the deep middle and deep right, with opposing teams gaining over 35 yards per completion in both those zones. This is an opening for Jackson to hurt them bad. Jackson is without a doubt the safest quarterback to start week in and week out right now, but he's also the guy that has the most upside, with Mahomes taking a step back at the moment. But with such a high floor and ceiling numbers, there is some wiggle room. He still has one of the highest boom chances and a very high bust risk, but I'm okay with that as the floor is 6 points higher than the second guy. His touchdown rate in the passing game is 6.4% this year, 1.2% above league average. Above average, but not crazy high like 7.5 that we should expect massive negative regression. With how the Ravens are playing at the moment, the way they're using Jackson in combination with how the 49ers handles quarterbacks, I have him projected for 23 pass attempts and for 14 carries in Week 13. And Jackson is so much more than his passing game, so I wanted to dig deeper into his rushing trends. He focuses a lot on runs up the middle, outside the tackles, and ends. He's more productive on runs to the left side of the field compared to the right, as you can see, with all left running lanes being above the right counterpart. And this is nice as the 49ers have struggled to defend the left end runs all year long. Add that 3 out of Jackson's 6 rushing touchdowns have come from left end runs, and that the 49ers have given up 3 of their 5 rushing touchdowns. Outside the left end, you can definitely see him scoring a rushing TD in this game.
Or pass completion. Here's Lamar on a run.
Look at him turn back and forth. Oh! He broke his ankles. Now he's got an entourage, and he's got a touchdown.
I would like to take a second to remind you to hit that like button, leave a comment what you think about this video, and subscribe to the channel. I love every interaction I have with y'all, and every little bit helps me put out even more content. Looking at his usability, in 13 weeks, Jackson should have been starting 10 times, which is far ahead of anybody not named Dak Prescott, who is in second place. But he does have some really tough matchups moving forward in the Bills, Jets, and Browns. These are not cakewalks for quarterbacks for the fantasy playoffs, with the 7th hardest schedule moving forward in weeks 14 to 16. Looking at this week's situation, the Ravens are playing at home versus a top 16 quarterback defense with an above 500 record. For Jackson, this is not the best situation. He does score above his average at home, but he's been below his average against good quarterback defenses and even worse against teams with winning records. But this is a measuring tool against himself, so he's still pretty darn good. In 2019, Jackson has thrown 29 red zone passes and ran the ball 22 times. That's led to a whopping 21 touchdowns for a massive 59% success rate and the 5th highest completion rate in the league and no interceptions. Amazing stats. Only Russell Wilson has scored more inside the 20. Based on all these stats, he has a risk factor of 48.3% of not reaching his projection this week. So for the game against the 49ers, I have him projected for 27.7 fantasy points. In conclusion, he will have to once again rely on his rushing abilities and deep shots. With his out-of-the-ordinary playstyle, I think he fits the 49ers decently as he's less reliant on racking up yards in the short passing game. What do you think about Jackson? Is he the MVP of 2019? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more weekly content.
Can he turn the corner and get in? Yes! We got a Jackson 5.
Hello Fantasy Faithful, I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to check out more of them right here and here. In case you haven't done so already, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss a beat.